Hi all. Right, and US engineer and HQ phase turn 19. I'm not sure how I'm putting all this video together. That wasn't that long a bit, that first part of the fire phase, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully just 2 videos at the most. A couple of comments from Martin. He was mocking my my take backs here over in the first division. My coming back over and adjusting things. Wondering what's happened to Grant. The fact that I was doing that, I suppose. Yeah. Well, I know. Shocking, isn't it? Terrible. Shouldn't be allowed. Anyway, I did it. There you go. Let's hope it doesn't stretch any further than the likes of they things, or I don't want to start going down that road. I've watched a few of the videos and not so keen on all that. But if you feel I'm crossing the line, Martin, then let me know and it won't happen again. Okay, what else did he mention? Yeah, he's got a timestamp for this, and at first I thought he meant I'll put a garrison in here, and I'm actually not 100% sure, so I've replied to him with a sort of question mark at the end, because after writing it I thought, well, is that right or not? But it could well be, because this is a 2-hex green position here, and the thing is, he's got the timestamp and he mentions that I cannot place a garrison here, right? So I've placed this garrison here, and at first, hopefully I'll remember where that is, it's in here. At first, no, you know what, I'll do it like that. At first I thought he meant I was talking about next turn being able to place a garrison here. Well, I definitely can't do that because Brown's firing into here. So at first that was my initial thought. What he meant was I was talking about placing a garrison and I can't do it. So he's just reminded me of that. However, then I started thinking, hang on, is he maybe meaning that because this is a 2-hex position and Brown is actually firing into this hex, it then does not allow me to garrison this hex? So I'm not 100% sure. I thought at first, yeah, okay, that makes sense because we have talked before about it being these 2-hex positions, and there's some kind of weird things that kind of happen with them that way. So it maybe could be that I'm not allowed to garrison that. I think all the situations with us in the 2-hex positions are definitely going to confuse people. That because I'll open up garrisons, and you may place a US garrison marker in every unoccupied German position that is in an engineer's range and not in the field of fire of a German unit. But like we've said, this is an unoccupied it's unoccupied by Germans. We've got it occupied, but it's a 2-hex position, so it could be that that's what he's meaning there. Because this position, as a 2, is in the field of fire from Brown, which then maybe stops me from placing this garrison here. So, at the moment, I'm going to take the garrison marker away, and we will see if Martin, if he comes back, just confirming that. I could see that being either way, but I don't know. It's kind of messy, and I remember from the other games, even the other games that do try and straighten it out a bit, 2-hex positions, they're just a bit fiddly, and I think the rules should have taken care of them a bit better to make it a bit clearer to everybody what was going on. You wouldn't think you had to infiltrate past one that was in your, that was in your control, and the other one was occupied, and you wouldn't think that, but I don't think it's been properly dealt with in the rules, but however, right. Well, I'll take the garrison away there now, and if Martin comes back saying no, what I did mean was you can't garrison that hex because Brown is firing into that hex, but I think he could be meaning that because, like I say, it does say position. Yeah, okay. So we'll leave it at that just now, and I can always adjust it. It's not really affecting anything just now. Well, it does mean that I can't sort of move too much away from that. He also got this response from this guy. Was it Tio, the guy that made some comment on what we were talking about, the two hex position? And I was trying to get my head around what they were talking about there. It was regarding garrisons and Martin, but Martin adjusted his comment because he looked into it a bit more and realised that I think Martin was saying that if you've got a garrison and a hex, it was classed as unoccupied. But the comment that Tio made, sorry if I've got that name wrong, I just that's what's sitting there. It could be nothing like that. And he was trying to argue the case to say that garrisons were capable of controlling the position. So I'm going to look at that a bit more, and obviously if you hear this, Martin, and it's making any kind of sense, if you want to comment, that would be great. But I'll need to find out a bit more about this. Anyway, right, okay. Well, we'll see what comes back from that. What else did they give me? Yeah, there was some comment, but I'm guessing you edited it, Martin. I think it was like regarding moving something into here, but whether you had made an error or it was me that was suggesting it, and then or something. But I didn't look like that came up. Sometimes you get that, you see it in the comment, and then you go into the comment. I'm assuming that means that you've edited it and deleted it or something like that. If that's not the case, then it all didn't come through that part about it was something about a 2 hex movement into here. But that's Brown's firing into there, so maybe you've realised, maybe you've thought that was sporadic or something. I don't know. Okay, and the other one that he mentioned, it was a suggestion. Why didn't I move? He was suggesting I should have moved this unit from here, I believe. And he could have actually moved 2 hexes into here. Because, like he pointed out, I might have said, I'm not sure what I'm doing with this guy, but like he said, I'm not going to go up this draw, am I? It's kind of brutal looking. I think maybe I'm mistaken was thinking that it might be wanting to be required along here, Martin, but then it's maybe I forgot about these guys coming in and landing. It could be about that, or I think my reply to you was that I was in control, so that's probably the reason why I didn't do it. But yeah, it does look like I would have been able to 2 hex move it into there, although it's going into sporadic red. It wasn't concentrating the hex in it, so yeah, good point. Probably should have done, but hey ho. Okay, right, I think that was all for now. I'll see what I say. He's maybe floating about the forums or watching the videos now, so I might get a response regarding the garrison bit. So what we're going to do, engineer phase, yeah, okay. So we still can't place a new engineer base here, unfortunately. Hopefully next turn we might have the capabilities to do that. If we can take that orange position out. Yes, so what we will instead do is just move this up by 1. So now the US engineer range is 2. And unfortunately next turn it stays 2 as well if I move it. But Yeah, it's possible I might be placing the other one rather than moving it, so you never know. And then, oh no, 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 that's this division grant. Yeah, so I can do both of them actually. I could be placing that, and because you get one of either in each division, so I could have either move the range up on that, or place the other engineer base in here, which is impossible just now. So yeah, so the range goes up by one. Now, yeah, let's just check the command post thing. Like I say, I think it just automatically goes up every turn unless you're sitting in a field of fire. I think. Um, where are we? Command range. When you first establish the CP, it commands US units in its hex, yada yada. In subsequent turns, you may increase the command post command range. During the US Engineering HQ phase, you may advance a marker for an already established CP one space along the command range track, as long as the CP's hex is not currently in the field of fire of any occupied German position. And then 18.21 says as many as 4 command range markers may occupy the command range track, one for each US HQ in the game, and every marker may be advanced along the track during the US operations phase if eligible. So yeah, so as long as you're not sitting, as long as your command post isn't sitting in a field of fire, then you can move the range up by one. So, and you can do that for all 4 of them if you've got them aboard. So unfortunately, it stays at 1 though. Still, there's no real change here. And well, yeah. So does that enable us to? No. I mean, we would be able to garrison this on a 3 hex range. So, and my hopes of taking this one, obviously, like I say, I've seen my error there. But did he mean I couldn't have that one as well? And it's possible, you know. Yeah, but apart from that, we can't really garrison anything else then. So that's that. Right, so on to the action phase. And let's try and do it by the rules this time and complete our movement in the first division first. I'll do my best. Okay. Okay, so there's a couple of, well, we've got quite a few disruptions, unfortunately, haven't we? So these guys are not doing an awful lot. Yeah, this was another bonus, right enough. So, I mean, again, he could, oh no, he can't. I was going to say he could move 2, but he can't. Well, ooh. He could actually go 1-2, couldn't he? Have I got that on camera? Yeah, just. That feels quite tempting, doesn't it? But is it not just stretching things? Yeah, because I can't move this now. It's just mean I'm leaving that behind. But yeah, because this is a trail. Well, it doesn't matter if it's a trail or not. This is just a clear type hex, isn't it? So I could actually move into B3. I don't know. I mean, B3 is not a victory point hex. The hexes up there are not victory point. Yeah, I remember looking at that when I was watching. However, it is a hex that if it was occupied would try and advance down there. So there's kind of that. Yeah, and it's not that we would have this cut off from communication, would it? No. Yeah, there's no. I would have to try and move other things about, I think, if I was going to do that. Well, I'll maybe just leave that for now and have a look at that. I don't know. I mean, maybe we don't need to. We're not able to take out all these, and this is probably the route that we want. You know, we want to start maybe heading that way now, and I suppose the idea is to like try and exit some units off of A. So I mean, taking this hex is probably all we kind of need. We don't need to go further up. There's none of these B positions are victory points. Over here they are. Right, well, I'll maybe ponder on that for a bit. Let's just see some stuff that we know we want to do. Well, I've got my eye on this again, but I don't know if this is... It doesn't feel like it's a nonsense thought, but it might be. Because the fact that we now can't do anything with this brown position, apart from get another unit in beside it, maybe. You know, this guy could probably come in here. Probably makes sense. But yeah, this was this wild thought about attacking here. And remember, this tank is still down on the war ground, even though he's in that pavilion now. Is it's still down on the low ground, so he can't fire up to there, you know. Yeah, so just looking 8.5 naval fire markers, 8.51 naval fire and US attacks. You may expend a naval fire marker to include naval fire in any US attack if an infantry unit participating in the attack has a radio or is in command of an HQ, thus having access to the HQ's radio. If this requirement is met, naval fire contributes to your attack in two ways. Strength of the naval fire marker 9 is added to your attack strength. The weapon requirements for naval fire, artillery and demolitions are met. Well, there you go. That is all we need. Yeah, there's probably worse places I could be using it, and you know, who knows? I think these are limited. You only get 2 counters in the game, so although I think I can have 2 of them in my stash, if you like, it says you may use a naval fire marker on the turn you receive it, or you may save it on a subsequent turn. Once use the marker, discard the marker. I don't think it kind of tells you, but I think they're limited. You know, if I kept drawing events that give me naval fire markers, I think you're limited to only the 2 counters that are in the game. I might be wrong about that, but I seem to remember something about that. Again, this could be on the other games, maybe not on here. Anyway, I suppose the likelihood of getting that event more than twice is before you've used one. But I suppose I could still gain another one. This is what to do this. I mean, because, right, let's look at what could happen. 16 strength, okay? Now, we're not flanking, but I said to you, we're going to have every weapon. We're not missing any weapons at all. Because he's also bringing the machine gun. So we're bringing every weapon and we've got 16 strength. So let's say this guy is a 4 on the top. Yeah, that would be not so good. Well, 4, and if he's 4 and he's got flank, we've got 16. We're doubling him, because remember, he's going to be 8. We're going to be doubled. And if he's got flank, we disrupt him. And that's what I think that's really the main purpose here, because don't get me wrong, if we can get down to the depth, well, that could be the scary part though, because if it happens to be a 4 and we do have the weapons, yeah, that's where it could go wrong. Then we reveal the depth marker. Let's just say the depth marker's 3. So then he's got 7, he's got 14 strength. We've got 16. And then if there's a flank on that, is that just a no effect though? Because we're not going to have the weapons. Our attack strength is still going to be double. It's still going to be greater than, not double. And as long as the depth marker is revealed, it would be no effect. Other possibilities are 3 and a 3, 6, 12. No, because you need to get double. So, what did I say? We had 16. That means if he's a 2 and a 2, and we don't have the weapons, then we get a result. But the chances of that, I don't know. So I think I'm kind of hoping that the unit does have flanking on it. Might sound silly, but it's revealing it and disrupting it. That's what we want, I think. I don't know, maybe some of you are thinking it's a daft idea, that. Well, it means if I don't do anything, these guys are sitting in steady purple and he's sitting in steady brown as well. Just feels like we've got the chance to try that. Yeah. Okay, I was almost going to go for it, and then I thought, well, what happens after that? What can we do to, like... There's a full strength infantry here. But I can't move it into here, really, because it's going to be concentrating that hex. So I either like push it into the intense brown here, or I concentrate this. And I wouldn't want to do that. However, I would maybe do this if we got this disrupted. So, there you go. I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it. So he's going to attack. Yeah, it just... If I don't, I'm not... Just feel like I'm just sitting there. Because what else do I do? Infiltration move along here? No, I don't think so. I mean, he's sitting there to be able to have a range fire at this guy and possibly set up a range fire against the blue. Yeah, I'm doing this. So I'm attacking with 7, and we're going to put that into the battle. So if I don't draw a flank on the unit, I've got to pray that there's no flank on the depth. Yeah. Because if I get a no effect here, oh, you know what? If I get a no effect, it's exactly the same if I sit in there and do nothing, I suppose. So yeah, let's do it. Okay, second. Right, let's do it. So 16, and everyone's doubled. I'll leave his depth in there, because we're probably going to see a flank. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I think that was the safer. It was a safer result, because the chances, I think, of drawing a unit and a depth marker without flank is probably quite slim. Again, I'm guessing there. Okay, so we don't have the weapons. We have 16 strength. I mean, in some ways now it feels like a waste of all the weapons, but it was more just to disrupt us, you know. So I don't know. Yeah, I'd be curious to know what if you guys would have, if you consider that as stupid or good idea or yeah, okay. I might have done it. So yeah, we've got 16 against 6. So we don't have the weapons, but our attack strength is double. The death marker's still down, so we get a disruption. So buys time there, you know. I mean, well, I say this guy's safe. We've seen already that there is the event that can remove disruption, so that's that naval gunfire away. So yeah, so here we go. Well, this is the thing. Now you know you need flank, but I'm tempted to still bring this infantry along this way, with the intention of just dropping in there next turn. Now, hang on. There's a thought. If this guy does undisrupt, we can attack it for 13 again. We're still doubling it. There you go. So I think that's right. I think I move that. I'm also moving him out of brown. Yeah, it is concentrating the hex, but it's only the purple position that fires into there. So yeah, if that purple does undisrupt, I'm in a whole world of hurt. Well, if purple is drawn on the fire card. So I think that makes sense. They were all free moves. I'm pretty sure I'm using an action. Yeah, that could, yeah, because we wanted the range from that, didn't we? Okay, you know what? It doesn't matter. I'm moving that guy in there. I think that's happening. Right, it is possible I might take some of these things back. But I'll do it before I move across, Martin. Okay? Don't catch me cheating. Right. So that was an action for that. Right, what about some of the non-infantry units then? Yeah, and we talked about maybe leaving this guy here. Now, he needs to be in command of that general. Again, there's no real need to try and barrage Blue, but I suppose I could have a go at it and I could sit there and Blue might not turn up for a while. And the thing is, if I do end up moving this unit into here, Blue doesn't fire into it. So, okay, well the engineer's range is 2 now, so 1, 2. So this hex is clear now. We can actually move into this hex. Now, when it comes to, I know next turn it will only move up to 2 again, right? But next again turn, it wants to go to 3, but brown's firing into here, so we will not be able to clear that until we take that brown position out. And it does look like we need to deal with that regarding, you know, the fact that it's firing into the green there, regarding garrisoning the positions. Now we also need to watch. We move things away. I don't see tracing of communication up with these. No, just need to watch it though, because remember that I thought right, it gets right up here and but then it does stop there. So well, I suggested maybe actually bringing this tank along here, didn't I? So what I'm going to do is, what are you going to do? Yeah, I think I'm going to move the tank along. So this tank gets a free traffic management. Traffic management? Was that it? I'm sure that sounds right. Yeah, no, it was right. Traffic management move from here to here. And no, because I was going to say, because that he's actually on a road there, but then he goes onto a trail. So There's the secondary road though. May move up to 2 hexes along secondary and major roads, yeah. So if this hex had been a secondary road, I think I could have moved that unit 1, 2 into here. But the secondary road ends here and it becomes a trail. So I would think that doesn't work. Certainly doesn't seem like that in the rules. Right, where was this guy? He was in here then. Is that right? Oh, I think so. Was that right? Took my eye off the ball there. Hang on. Yeah, that's right. The 331 was here. The 131 was here. And these only have one hex movement. So yeah, I suppose there's no harm in us moving up there then. And then I think I'll just move this guy along. There's a thought. So again, they could fire up to there as well. No, maybe I should. You know, why not? Because, I don't know, I still need to take that brown position out, but then the fact these can only move one, whereas the tanks, when they're on this road, well, my understanding anyway, please somebody let me know before I get to that bit, that this is a secondary road right up there. So from, right, maybe not that hex, because it looks like that might be the trail just starting. So, but if I start my move on any one of these hexes up here as a tank, I should be able to move 2 hexes, as long as I'm not moving into field of fire. So, and yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm going to move this stuff all the way along to like try and mess with red. Or or is that a good idea? I don't know. Yeah, that guy has been there a while, hasn't he? Or was he? Yeah, I think he was. Man, I've just realised I've got to take that out as well. Sorry, I'm just a bit too low. This red fires into here. Hey, maybe this red did appear a bit later. What is that? No, that's C4 though, so that is C3, so he must have been there, so I must have realised that. I mean, I need to take that out if I'm going to clear this draw. That's maybe a little bit longer coming. You know, that's maybe for these reinforcements that I'm getting on turn 20 coming in, landing, and then, yeah, it's maybe a wee bit away. Hang on then. Should I have been budging the guys along then? Towards the red position? Problem is, I don't really want to like move into this red hex, do I? 2, 3, I mean from there I'm in range of the blue position. You know what I might do? I'm going to switch these about. I'm going to bring that back there. Just in case, and then I'm going to move that one in there. And then I'm going to move the artillery. The artillery is no good whatsoever down there as well, even if it did sort of get close to the general because it needs to be an HQ. So, yeah, I think I can safely move that up there. To be honest, why not? There's no tracing of. I mean, yeah, we know we can trace communication up into here, but that's as far as long as I don't mess with any of this stuff. And in a couple of turns, we'll have this garrisoned. Hopefully that'll be legal. Okay. So we're still sitting with that tank there and the general, which, yeah, my guess is the general's not going to move, is he? He's going to be sitting in steady brown, but there's enough in brown already. No, that's not, is it? That's just purple. That's in brown, that's in brown, this is in brown. Yeah, I don't want to move the general. I want to leave him there. Although in saying that, to be honest, these two, well, all these 3 units get a free movement from the traffic management anyway. So yeah. Oh, it doesn't matter though, because that's in brown anyway. I mean, unless I move it into there. Oh yeah, I won't. No, I need to. When I say these get a move from the traffic management, they can't attack. So, and I'm assuming can't barrage. Barrage will be part of an attack option. So, yeah, I do need to keep the general hanging about there. Yes, I could put him into here, I suppose. You know what? It's fine. Just leave him. So if the tank's not moving, am I not as well attempting a barrage? I guess so. Yeah, why not? Right, so this is a barrage on blue. Alright. But it is a depth position, and we're only attacking with barraging with 2 strength. So we need a blue circle. Right, blue circle. Hey, what do you know? Blue circle. I mean, it's kind of pointless if it just comes off next turn, really. Well, we do have that tank sitting in blue, but we don't want to disrupt it, so I don't know. No, well, it was done. It's done. It was a result. Whether it messed with time there, though, because I drew a card that I maybe considered a waste of time. Okay, so I still have 3 actions left. Well, we still need to work out what we're doing up here. I don't think we're using our 3 actions, so are we? Unless we go absolutely bonkers here and start moving random things about. I just don't know. I've just never been away up into this area. I just don't know what I'm doing. I mean, part of me feels that the fact that I can go boom boom into there seems pretty good. Sporadic red fires into there. There is. I was going to say there is an advance arrow into there. I don't know. Maybe just taking that B1 position and just sitting tight. I do think that's probably the better idea, isn't it? Ooh. Yeah, no, it's steady green. No, I think. I was just looking at. I mean, there's a full strength unit, but he's in a nice safe hex. We'll all put him to use at some point, but like I say, I'm not really clear on what I should be doing. if these guys should be making a mad rush for the exits and all that. I don't know. That doesn't. What turn are we on? 19? There's like a lot of turns to go yet. How many is there? 32. I mean, yeah, we've got to get to turn 32 as well before anything kicks in, aren't we? It's not that we can try and rush a win here, is there? Yeah, because you conduct a victory check at the end of turn 16, and then the second one at the end of turn 32. So yeah, there's it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, as they say. Yeah, so I mean, I like what we've got going up here, but you know, yeah. Sorry, hang on. Okay, sorry, I got called away. Yeah, I don't know where I was. What my thinking was. Yeah, I was talking about all this, wasn't I? Yeah, no, I think I was starting to say that once we start getting more stuff coming up here, you know, it's a slow progress process even, and slow progress probably. Yeah, I think I do. I think I'm just going to move this guy into here and just hold this what we've got, right? Because, you know, as if we were to try and move further across there, we're going to be too thin here. We're not going to have enough to hold all these positions with the units we've got. We need to give them time to come up, you know. So yeah, so I think that's probably all I'm going to do. I mean, it does seem like a shame that this guy's full strength and he's sitting there in that position, but well, hold on. We did say that this could be a 2-hex move. Right, let me take that unit away. If he's not there, they'll not be able to, will they? No, yes, no, yes, but no, there's no way through. They can't go through. The command post doesn't exert a control, but they can't get through because of this unit. We could move that guy. Oh, well. Should we not do that then? I guess there's a fear. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, look at this guy. He's all poised for an advance. There you go. See, that's the one that I was talking about earlier. You've got to watch that. Because if he gets the advance action, he's got depth, he's going to do it. And yeah. In actual fact, that wee one-step unit in there beside him might not be. Well, what? Let's see. How does it work again? So it's got these wee diagrams. I think that's. No, that's not the triangle one, is it? That one is. It grabs all the hexes there. And what I'm meaning by that, I'm meaning that it's a route of advance, and there's wee diagrams in the rulebook there. Maybe I could just show you the other there, and I'll gonna keep that in view. Yeah. So what this means is it's this one here we're looking at, where his arrow is coming from there to there. So all the hexes within that diagram are the route of advance. So it's these two hexes, this one, these two, and obviously one he's coming from and the one he's trying to go to. And then if there's no US units in the route of advance, the German unit just advances, right? And then step 3 is it disrupts US defenders. So we place disrupted markers on the following US units in the route of advance. All other units in infantry and tank. All infantry and tank with a target symbol. So if he does go to make this advance and we get a triangle on the card, he's going to disrupt this guy. And then he's going to advance that hex, and we have to move that unit out of the... Sorry. We have to move that unit out of the hex. If he doesn't advance, is that buildings as well? Yeah, good. If he doesn't disrupt us, we determine our defense, and our defense is going to be the strength of all the undisrupted units in the path of advance, the route of advance. Is that right? Yes. And you double the strength of any units in bocage or building, so he would be 12. And then as long as it's above 7, as long as it's above 7, the German advance is repulsed and he stays where he is. So we do have to have a green A with a triangle on the card. And I'm really glad I told you all that, because it would be a horrible thing to draw. So, yeah. So that's the scary part about just sitting there and waiting. Things like that can just come along and say, haha, gotcha. Right. I don't know what you do about that. I mean, okay, I could try and get some other units in the route of advance. You know, get another unit in here with a different shape that's got 4 strength, because that's a building hex too. But putting this guy 1, 2 into there, which I could do, it's not concentrating the hex. That's not really helping. It needs to be a 4 strength unit, really, I think. I probably should want to try and protect against that, though. I do not want that unit doing that, because that's my command post. That's a good point, Grant. I maybe should be trying to do something about that. So hang on a minute, let's move this guy back. It's alright, man, I've not moved across yet. I'm allowed to do this. See, this would be a better place. This would be a better idea. I mean, I want to take this, I do. I think I should as well, but because now I've got 2 units in this route of advance, and they can only have 1 symbol on the card. So if it's a triangle, this is disrupted. If it's a circle, this is disrupted. But whatever one's not disrupted, they're both in building hexes. They both get double. They're both above 7 strength, so he cannot advance. That's strong, like, and I think that's, ooh, you know what? That is something, isn't it? Because, yeah, I mean, if they draw a green A action, hang on, let's make sure I've got it right. A, occupied, and is there US units in the field of fire or no US units in its field of... Oh, advance or fire. So it doesn't matter. This is not in the field of fire. So it would attempt... hang on. Oh, right. It's all one procedure. Ah, I see. So I think if this had green field of fire on that, they would attempt to advance, and then if there was no chance of advance, right, hang on, let me read it from the start. if an occupied German position has an advance arrow, if an occupied German position does not have an advance arrow, or if it has an arrow pointing to a position already occupied by a German unit, the position fires normally. This is yeah. And then if there's no US units in the field of fire, it conducts no action. So yeah, well, yeah, it wouldn't matter. What he is going to do is advance or attempt to advance. Unit attempts to advance if any of the following apply. No US units in the unit's field of fire. Well, that is the case, yeah, because there's no US units in this field of fire, so he would attempt this advance. So like I say, if you drew a green A on the next fire card in the east, and he would attempt this advance, and if the card had a triangle on it, he would disrupt that, and he would advance yeah. Then he would advance into that hex. This would lose a step, and we would move that to a hex of our choice, but I think away from the. I think we would have to move into here or here, something like that. So that's quite horrible, isn't it? I mean, I know it's asking for a green A with a triangle, so. Well, I'm not going to ask you what the odds are for that, John. No, maybe you've got that one worked out too, but okay, they're probably not high. Looking up at the cards up there, I also get there's something niggling me that says that the A action might be. Nah, oh, you know what? I'm just making that up. I think. I don't know. I don't know about the rarity of all the actions. I don't know. Yeah, I'd be guessing, I think. Okay, give me a sec. I really do not like that, now that I've discovered it. I mean, again, you could look around this map and find lots of horrible things that you could say, right, if I draw a P that's green that's got a circle on it, that's going to be a terrible result. So it's probably silly to think that way. What I think I might attempt to do, though, is not, I think this is just too, paranoid, It's because I've noticed what could happen there. So I don't think I'm going to do that because I want this hex. I want that hex. So I think I'm going to stick with that. What I'm also going to do though is 2 hex move this into here, and then what I think I'll do next turn. And I know it's maybe a slow process. We just need to, like I say, there's risks involved, but maybe then try and swap these guys. Well, not swap them over, but 2 hex advance this. 2 hex advance. 2 hex move this 1, 2 into here. And then the next turn, so we're talking 3 turns ahead here, move them into there, and then at the same time. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to 2 hex move him into there because this is bocage. And we're not entering the bocage from here, so. It just with the intention of getting that guy back to there and then having that little guy in there. I know that does sound paranoid, doesn't it? Yeah, because this X is safe now. I do need to keep an eye on it. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, we could actually garrison that. Or 1, 2, 3, 4 turns away from that happening, but well, you know. Yeah, he can't. There's no communication trace to that. Was there any other way I could? Oops, use 4 strength. There's probably some other ideas you could come up with there though as well. Because you know we're going to have to survive another 1, 2, another 3 turns before I set that defense up, if you like. So we've got 3 fire phases to survive, and a green A with a triangle. With a triangle. That's just crazy, Grant. I mean, oh, you know what? Next turn I could actually do 1, 2, and that's in that route of advance as well. If I really was feeling that's a bit too much, I think. Right, I think I'm going to pause and have a look at this, but I think I'm done. I think I've gone on too much here. Yeah, I'm going to leave that like that. I quite like my plan there. And in actual fact, if things go better with brown next turn, and we do have purple to worry about as well though. So, but if they do, and you know I don't need this guy involved, then I might actually do that. I might actually move that unit into there, and then I don't need to worry about that. That whole 3 move thing. I mean, yes, we've still got 1 fire phase that before that I get to do that, but come on, you know, you can't. I think it's just a worry that because if he does advance into there, that fires into that there. So that's why it's kind of important to like watch it, you know. Okay, I'm going to go with that, and you know what? I need to cut this now because we're 58 minutes. So much for me saying that I might squeeze this into one video. Yeah, right, Grant. So I'll cut this now. That's us finished with the First Division's action phase. Right, now, but officially I've not moved over to the 29th yet, Martin. So if I start recording again and come back to this position and maybe adjust something, I'm still okay with that, right? But I'm saying that I think I'm done here. Okay, cheers.